I call upon Ezekiel Isaac Malekar, priest and honorary secretary, Judah Hayam Synagogue.
I would start by saying, Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyase. The mother who gives you birth and the country where you are born are greater than the heaven. And why I say so? Because though I am a Jew by religion, I always consider that India is my motherland. When the president of Israel came to the synagogue, the media asked me, what is your impression about Israel and India? I said, Israel is in my heart, but India is in my blood. That has to be the spirit of, this. Because India is the only country. You know how many religions are there in India? 9 religions. Out of 9 religions, 5 religions, Judaism, Baha'i, Christianity, Islam, Zoroastrian, they have come from the foreign land, and India welcomed them. Therefore we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam Atithi Deva Bhava. About this Sri Narayan Guru, you'll be surprised. I have never revealed to anyone. Though I am a Jew, there is a lot of influence on my life by Sri Narayan Guru. You will see what was that influence, because my native place is Pune. Though I am from Israel, my native place is Pune. So there is one center there in Pune, this Advait Vedanta, and gurus used to come to the school, and while in the school I was inspired by that guru. Why not I learnt Sanskrit language? So I passed out, 3 exams of Tilak, Maharashtra Vidyapet, Sanskrit Vidyapet, Prathama, Dvitiya. So that Sanskrit language, and thereafter, see, I have not confined myself to only the Holy Scripture Judaism, Torah. Thereafter I read all the Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Yajurveda, Sam Vedas, then Upanishads, then when I go to Vrindavan, I speak about Lord Krishna and Bhagavad Gita. So I have not confined my knowledge only to one religion. I have learned, about this, what Sri Narayan Guru said in various, preachings. A difference among humans. Instead, all people should unite on the basis of truth, justice, righteousness, and duty, so that everyone can live together harmoniously. And at the end I will say, oh God, you taught us how to fly in the air like a bird. Oh God, you taught us how to swim under the ocean like a fish. But God, you forgot to teach us how to live on this earth in peace and in brotherhood. Shalom and namaste.
Thank you, sir. Your words truly inspired the spirit of this gathering. Now, Nilakshi Rajkova, Director, National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of India. Ma'am, we welcome you on stage.
Everyone, on this auspicious occasion of the centenary celebration of Aluva Advaita Ashram, I would like to offer a Baha'i prayer for the unification of mankind. O thou compassionate Lord, thou who art generous and able, we are servants of thine sheltered beneath thy providence. Cast thy glance of favor upon us. Give light to our eyes, hearing to our ears, and understanding and love to our hearts. Render our souls joyous and happy through thy glad tidings. O Lord, point out to us the pathway of thy kingdom, and resuscitate all of us to the breath of the Holy Spirit. Bestow upon us life everlasting, and confer upon us never-ending honor. Unify mankind and illumine the world of humanity. May we all follow thy pathway, long for thy good pleasure, and seek the mysteries of thy kingdom. O God, unite us and connect our hearts with thy indissoluble bond. Verily, thou art the giver, thou art the kind one, and thou art the Almighty. Dear friends, I have nothing to share now because I think most of the things which I wanted to share have already been shared by the previous speakers. But I think I would like to reiterate some of the important points that had been shared with you all. One of the things which our Honorable Attorney General has said, and it's also reiterated by other distinguished speakers here, is that we can see that a vital cohesive force that binds the nation together is the spirituality of its people. So spirituality is the foundation of our country, and India is known as the spiritual country. So this spirituality finds expression in a culture that values human beings as a creation of the divine, is open and accepting of people of all backgrounds, that views in all living beings the reflection of the sacred, and therefore enjoin respect, gentleness, and non-violence in all relationship as the ideal way of life. It is this spirit of an all-embracing oneness that is conveyed in the ancient ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. This ethos implicitly envisages that the unity of the nations will be a stage in the process of the progressive manifestation of the spirit of oneness in the social and political realm. It reaches its fruition when the principle of the oneness of humankind is firmly established in the consciousness of people, and when India and its sister nations across the world unite as one family. You know, friends, over the past few decades, I'm sure you all will agree, that there has been a worldwide resurgence of religious fundamentalism. Voices that represent religious extremism and intolerance have increasingly entered the political and social mainstream, and in many countries they now dominate public discourse. This has created an atmosphere of confusion around the concept of religion, where its unifying and constructive role has been steadily obscured by the tendency to view it solely through an identity lens. To make deep changes in their patterns of thought and behavior, and willingness to make profound sacrifices for the common good. The kind of structural and systemic changes that are needed to become more just, united, and to restore our balance with nature will require selfless efforts from the masses of humanity on a scale and for a duration never before witnessed. History bears witness that other than religion, no other power or man-made ideology has been capable of stirring the depth of human motivation and calling forth the spirit of nobility, sacrifice, and initiative needed to achieve such an objective. The world today is in dire need of the power of religion to once again course through the veins of a beleaguered humanity and to stir a common and collective response to humanity's challenge. We cannot say that, because there are a lot of young people who think that, religion is a cause of disunity. So it's better not to talk about religion, but to talk about spirituality. But religion is that force which actually makes us human. You are more compassionate towards others. You are empathetic towards the society and the species that are around you. Here, the religious leaders have a unique role to directing the attention of their congregations to the needs of the world. Part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for reflecting your faith with this August gathering. Now, moving on to one of the highlights of organizing the centenary celebrations of the Interfaith Conference. A youth parliament was held among the students of Delhi University and schools. We have motivated the students to learn the philosophy of Sri Narayana Guru and conducted an elocution competition. 11 students have been selected to address this gathering today.
Sri Narayan Guru visited a village where people were suffering from poverty and ignorance due to lack of their education. Instead of just giving them temporary solutions, he persuaded them to build a school and a library. He famously said, "Progress comes through knowledge and wisdoms, and not through rituals." Following his advice, the villagers opt for this method and changed their lives over time. This story underscores his emphasis on education as the true path to empowerment. Sri Narayan Guru, born in 1856 in Kerala, faced significant caste discrimination as he belonged to the Iswa community, which was considered lower in the rigid caste hierarchy of the time. His personal experiences with this injustice profoundly shaped his teachings and actions. Despite his remarkable intellect and spiritual curiosity, traditional learning institutions were highly inaccessible to him because of his caste. This forced him to learn and gain knowledge through self-study and guidance from unconventional resources.
Sri Narayan Guru's speech. One caste, one religion and one God for all is a famous Malayalam phrase given by Sri Narayan Guru. Sri Narayan Guru transcends divisions of caste and religion. His words inspired countless number of people to rise above from discrimination and embrace universal brotherhood. Sri Narayan Guru was a philosopher, a spiritual leader and a social reformer who was born on 20th August 1856 in the village of Kempahinthi, Kerala. Sri Narayan Guru was a social reformer who inspired many by spreading the message of love, peace and equality. He believed that all the people in the world are equal and should be respected with dignity. Sri Narayan Guru, apart from social reforms, also made a significant role in the education. He established schools and promoted people to get education. He understood that education is the key to break the chains of poverty and ignorance.
That was an awesome from the Millennial School, Noida.
How a simple child turned into such a great philosopher. Sri Narayan Guru lived in a period when society was deeply entrenched in heresies, discrimination, harassment and social dogmas. The injustice he witnessed in the society, particularly the discrimination faced by his own community and others like him, deeply disturbed him. This social inequality was a catalyst to his desire to bring about a social change. Guru's philosophy was built upon the fundamental belief in the oneness of all humanity, transcending religious, cultural and racial boundaries. His teachings were based upon the idea of one caste, one religion and one God to all, which he articulated as a way to break down the chains of caste discrimination and religious segregation.
Now I call upon Anaisha Agarwal from Delhi Public School, Noida.
We should not treat people differently
because of their caste. I strongly believe in equality and that too, no one should face discrimination just because of their caste or background. Sri Narayan Guru was a great leader who worked for equality and justice. Equality is not about rituals but seeing the divine in every person and to live with kindness and an open heart.
Transforming homes, transforming families, the message on home and families by Sri Narayan Guru. Once a disciple asked Sri Narayan Guru that there is so much of discord in my family, what is the way ahead? And Sri Narayan Guru mentioned that begin each day with a prayer of peace in your heart. When you speak, let your words be kind and soft. As the heart changes, so will the home. This story illustrates that when an individual brings about an inner peace and change, transformation happens all around in the families also. Now, Sri Narayan Guru viewed home as a foundational space for nurturing values, equality, and harmony between all the members. His teaching on family life and housework resonated with his broader philosophy of universal brotherhood, love, and spiritual growth. There's another story where a woman asked Sri Narayan Guru, how can I attain spiritual growth in between so many domestic duties that I have? And at that point of time, he had said that by seeing your family as an extension of the divine and your duties as an offering to the divine, you get closer to the truth. Here he elevated the domestic task to the spiritual level, emphasizing that each work had dignity and pride. He always mentioned that all the work that is done inside home or outside home, there is inherent dignity to it.
Assistant Secretary Ramakrishna Mission, New Delhi, for his blessings.
In our Yajurveda, one wonderful thing comes. It's one of the Vedas. Now you are deciphering, we are reading those things slowly. We are finding tremendous things are there. We have been fighting for small things, and we are finding in smallest of the shlokas the solution of everything. How could it happen is a wonder. In the Yajurveda, there are many who chants every day, maybe every day they chant. Om Vishwani Deva Savitra Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva. Small thing. The Lord of the universe, who is the Lord of everything. Let us there be Lord. Vishwani Deva Savitu. It's like a veritable sun. Parasuva Duritani. Please destroy our faults. There are faults. We pray for the destruction of the faults, alienation of the faults. And then he says, Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva. It's a call, you see, just think. We are calling Yad Bhadram, whatever is good, whatever is wonderful, please let them come to me. Let them come to me, to us. I welcome all of you from all faith and stand and strata of society, wherever you are. The Ramakrishna Mission, New Delhi, propounded by Swami Vivekananda, who proclaimed the wonderful discovery of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, where he did all the sadhanas himself. He did sadhanas of all Hindu things, all Tantra, all Vaishnavas, all Dvaita, Advaita, Vishishta Dvaita, and also he practically, being in the sadhana, he practiced the sadhana of Muhammad, Christ, and everybody. And what happened? He took 3 days each, and he found the realization what we. But the point is, Swami Vivekananda, when he came, one of the past master in yoga and any type of realization, not only just he spoke in Chicago and became a big boom, not that. Sri Ramakrishna, that realization is to say he is the Shiva himself. Don't tell anything against, otherwise we call in our Shastra as Shiva Ninda, it's a get seen. Don't do that. Swamiji, while speaking, he said two things I will say, very small time, two important pertinent things. He says, I can give up all the sentiments for one single sentiment. What is that? He says, it is universality. He was so terribly staunch to become universal first, then other things should follow or not, I don't care. It should go to everybody. It should give benefit to everybody. Not a single exclusion. He used to say, I don't believe in your God, which does not include somebody in its ambit. You must have a feeling. We think, अगर ऐसा किया होता, अगर सब हमारा अपना होता, हम सोचते हैं. So he says, come up to the field with an enlightened and bright face. In the field and stretch your arms, just stretch like that. We pick photos, not click photos like this in front of San Diego, all these things. Stretch your arms. He says, embrace the entire world in love. We want to embrace this, that, X, Y, Z, cat, dogs, what not. He says, embrace everybody. If you have the real heart, embrace. Then he says, if you ever have wanted to do that I want to do that, I cannot do that, I want to do that. If you have ever felt you wanted to do that, then he says, you actually have felt God. That is what God is. So universality and the godliness is already within us. What is the problem? Why we fight? Why so much blood? Two things are very important. It has been mentioned rightly before. One is the problem of restrainment, sanyam. Second is the problem of regimentation. The India is always a place of jignasa. It's a place of question. We question, we honor question, we invite question. In Kathopanishad you come, Nachiketa, when you're asking questions, wonderful questions, pertinent questions. Then Yama, the king of the Brahmagyanis, is not the king of death. Actually, he is the king of Brahmagyanis. He says, Tadrinna bhuyat Nachiketa prashta. Let all I want like a questioning people like you. Not the knowledge what is important. Have you had the question? Do you have the thirst for the knowledge? Then you are.
Let me call upon Pushpankita Tiwari, research scholar at the Department of Philosophy, University of Delhi.
In Bharatiya language.
The most important thing is we must have to understand why such propagation of one caste, one sex, and one caste, one religion, and one God for humanity has been given by Sri Narayan Guru. See, the whole Indian subcontinent is full of diversity, whether it is geographically, whether it is people, whether it is caste, whether it is creed, whether it's sex, whether it's society. All the whole world, all the whole Indian subcontinent is completed with the diversity thing. वो कहते हैं ना कि कोस कोस पे बदले पानी, चार कोस पे बानी. And this is what the beauty of our Indian subcontinent, Bharatiya subcontinent is. So in this region, the one question that has been raised at the time of independence was कि क्या होगा, ये डाइवर्सिटी के साथ क्या एक भारत जो भारतीय परिकल्पना ली गई है वो समुचित रूप से संकल्पित हो पाएगा? Can these things be possible? Can Indian subcontinent be existing after giving them an independent region? No. This was the question raised by British company. Dialogue. Why I am raising this particular slogan before you? Because he has written a very beautiful slogan in a Malayali language that is Auru Jati, Auru Matam, Auru Devam Manushyam, which means one caste, one religion, and one God for all humanity. The slogan not only challenges and encourages the caste system, but it also teaches that how we should live under the one tree, and that is Bharatiyata, and that already had been seized by our honorable speaker that Tiyata is already added in the end of Bharatiyata. So this is what the sole concept we all are actually sharing here. So at the end, I just wanted to add one only thing and one and only urge from all of you that in today's world, Narayan Guru's vision is more relevant, is more pertinent, is more necessary for us to understand, which reminds us that interfaith understanding is not merely the tolerance. See, the tolerance word is not accepted by our Bharatiyata. Although we have accepted acceptance, the term acceptance in our Bharatiyata. So let us strive to embody his teaching, his work, and uphold the idea of unity, equality, and peace. Thank you so much.
We will invite you for delivering lecture. Please stand up.
Let me call upon Kavya Singh from Deshbandhu College, University of Delhi.
One in kind, one in faith, and one in God is a man. Guru's wise words. Namaskaram and a pleasant evening to all present here. Born in the humble cottage in the pretty hamlet of Kimpazanthi near Thiruvananthapuram, affectionately called as Nanu and named by his father as Narayana. Today, I, Kavya Singh, second year graduation student of Deshbandhu College, University of Delhi, is here to throw a short glimpse on the theme Matha Samanvayom Loka Samadhanam, meaning interfaith harmony and world peace. My topic will be covered under following subheadings. Firstly, I'll start with few important incidents of Guru's early life. Thereafter, key themes of this program. And lastly, the present world scenario. Who is Sri Narayana Guru? Why are we talking about him? Why are we celebrating this? This question comes in every mind. Let me tell you. Sri Narayana Guru, a renowned spiritual leader and a philosopher of late 19th and early 20th century, belonged to a part of Kerala. His childhood, he was very interested in listening to the epic stories narrated by his father. He always loved being alone and studying about every particular thing, just like to know the ultimate truth. He was very curious about things. His youth was spent in assisting his father in tutoring and his uncle in Ayurveda. Moving towards how he got transformed to a spiritual wanderer, after his elementary education in Sanskrit and Tamil language, he became a disciple of great scholar Raman Pillayasan, a great Sanskrit scholar. There, with every other stuffs, Nanu studied about Vedas and Upanishads. Let me tell you a little about Vedas and Upanishads. Basically, Vedas and Upanishads teach us about that everything in this universe is interconnected and a greater part of unified truth. After coming back from his discipline by under the light of Raman Pillayasan, he transformed himself from a tutor to another tutor term known as Parivrajaka. Its meaning is spiritual wanderer. And in it, he started practicing yoga. One very most important yogic practice which he did is Hatha Yoga. After that, many universal brotherhood conferences were held in India and also abroad in Sri Lanka, where Guru stressed on this aspect that there should be a Brahma Vidyalaya built up where people can come and have a comparative study of all religious faiths. Coming to my next key themes of this program, spiritual, one humanity, spiritual values and social justice. Inspired by the revolutionary ideas of Sri Narayana Guru and the universal message of Swami Vivekananda, both of them spread message of one humanity, urging people to have and to feel the presence of divine power in all human beings, irrespective of social status. They said that spiritual values should lend to the real world actions, promoting social justice and unity amongst us. The present scenario, Sri Narayana Guru insisted us that there should be no discrimination anywhere to anyone in any way. And for this he brushed away all the superstitious beliefs of every religion, whether it is Hindu, Muslim or any religion. Okay. But what is happening in present world? We can see the display of discrimination, violence, hatred everywhere, and on the grounds of caste, creed, religion, ethnicity. And every day many individuals face them, many groups face them. And this is all because of the failure of that we are not following the humanity and spiritual values which must be followed by us. Concluding my content, I will not take much time, but concluding my content, they all inspire us to build a world where there is no discrimination and where love and compassion are the foundation of social changes. I would like to thanks for this opportunity given to me so that I am laying my views. As Guru says, love of others is my happiness and love of mine is others' happiness, and so truly deeds that can make a person happy can be the cause of other happiness, other person's happiness also. Thank you so much.
ओम श्री नारायण परम गुरुवे नमः। कस्तूरी कुंडल बसे मृग धूड़े बन माही, वैसे घट घट राम है दुनिया जानत नाही। यह दोहा अद्वैत वेदांत की व्याख्या को चरितार्थ कर देता है। ईश्वर हमारे अंदर है और हम उसे सारी दुनिया में खोज रहे हैं। ईश्वर मानवता में है, मानवता की सेवा में है, यही अद्वैत वेदांत है। अद्वैत की चादर जिसे शंकराचार्य ने बुना, कबीर ने रंगा और नारायण गुरु ने ओढ़ कर धरातल पर उतार दिया। नारायण गुरु जिनके जीवन पर अगर हम थोड़ा प्रकाश डालने का प्रयास करें तो उनका जन्म तिरुवनंतपुरम के करीब एक छोटे से गांव में एक दलित परिवार में हुआ था, जिस कारण उन्हें दलितों से न केवल सहानुभूति थी बल्कि समानुभूति भी थी। नारायण गुरु का दर्शन मानवता की सेवा और मानव के मूल में ईश्वर की खोज पर आधारित था, परंतु कभी भी यह रूढ़िता में नहीं गया, यह स्थायित्व में नहीं गया, सदैव चलायमान रहा और नवीनता की ओर जाता रहा। एक उदाहरण नवीन भारत के निर्माणकर्ताओं में से एक तत्कालीन राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद का मुझे याद आता है, जो कहते हैं कि नवीन भारत श्री नारायण गुरु के विचारों से बनेगा। न्यू इंडिया विल बी बिल्ट थ्रू द आइडियाज ऑफ नारायण गुरु। इस वाक्य की पुष्टि नारायण गुरु के दर्शन को विस्तार देने से ही हो जाती है। उनके दर्शन के विन्यासित अंग है शिक्षा, व्यापार, वाणिज्य, विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी। नारायण गुरु इसलिए भी अलग थे क्योंकि अद्वैत की बात, एकात्म की बात करने वाले उस समय पे कई थे, परंतु 19वीं शताब्दी के अंत में केरल के गांव में बैठा व्यक्ति साइंस की बात कर रहा है, टेक्नोलॉजी की बात कर रहा है, तो ये अपने आप में एक अनूठी चीज थी और अपने समय से आगे थी। नारायण गुरु वाकई में जो मार्ग नारायण गुरु ने दिए हैं, यह देश वाकई में उसी मार्ग पर चल रहा है और यह एकदम पुष्टि की गई बात है। नारायण गुरु की विचारों की नींव इतनी गहरी है कि एक जिस पर दूरदर्शन का एक विज्ञापन याद आता है कि व्यक्ति कह सकता है कि भैया ये दीवार टूटती क्यों नहीं है।
Experience to hear about Guru in Hindi, and you have delivered it wonderfully.
Sri Narayana Guru, born in 1856, didn't just ask this question. Sri Narayana Guru, he transformed the society with his answers. His philosophy, rooted in equality, envisioned humanity as one united family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Let me begin with a story. Guru consecrated a temple with a mirror as the deity. People were perplexed. Why a mirror? They asked. He replied, so people can see the divine within themselves. Imagine the impact of realizing caste superiority was an illusion. Guru's wisdom often came with profound humor and insight. Guru's teachings were deeply rooted in Advaita Vedanta, emphasizing the oneness of Atma and Brahma. As the Chandogya Upanishad declares, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Swami Nikhilanand beautifully translates this. All this is Brahma, from it the universe comes forth, in it the universe merges, and in it the universe breathes. Similarly, the Bharatam Upanishad states, Aham Brahmasmi. These verses teach that distinctions like caste or status are illusions. Despite this profound spiritual heritage, negativity has persisted in the form of caste discrimination. Guru declared these divisions contrary to our true nature.
Everyone must be bored till now, by now. But
No, may not.
no, okay. It's good to listen that everyone is
The
not
boring
bored.
part was in the beginning. Now it's
Exactly. So, Namaskar, myself Yuvraj Pachadri. I am currently pursuing Bachelor's in Political Science from Deshbandhu College, Delhi University. So, let me begin this by telling you a real life incident. Because I am studying in Delhi University, I get a lot of exposure. I get a lot of friends from various places. So I have some good friends from Kerala as well. What happened was, one day coming back from college, going back to my PG, I was being accompanied by two of my friends. One is Muslim and one is Christian. So the normal chit chats that college students do, it was all going on, and somehow I mentioned about Swami Vivekananda. Somehow I mentioned about Swami Vivekananda and how his views are very inspiring to me, how his views are very illuminating, and they must read them. I suggested them to read it. So suddenly they replied me by saying that he once called Kerala a lunatic asylum. Now I was confused. I took out my mobile phone and I started searching. What does it mean? What is meant by lunatic asylum? Because I was not knowing what lunatic asylum means. Then I got to know that it means Pagal Khana. Then after knowing I was confused. I was thinking like, how can such a great personality say something like this about a whole state? Then I searched a little bit more. I googled why Swami Vivekananda said something like this, and the result came out because of the prevalent caste discrimination, the extreme caste discrimination that was prevalent in Kerala at that time. That's why Swami Vivekananda called it a lunatic asylum. Then I got to know about Sri Narayan Guru, who did a commendable job in eradicating all this discrimination from the state of Kerala. This was super. Like getting to know that the state was suffering from caste discrimination and a person is reforming during the time of when we were under the colonial rule. So this is something very but 100 years from that time, has anything changed? You see, today I was reading the newspaper. There are a lot of headlines. You see, there is war going on in the Middle East. There is war going between Russia and Ukraine. There is something like the exodus that is happening, the genocide that is happening in our neighboring country, Bangladesh. And even if you see within our country, you see there is so much of discrimination, so much of inequality still persists. Why? As a student, I was bound to ask the question why. And I am very thankful to be born in India, that the answer was given by our saints, our gurus, our rishis much before. What is the answer? The answer is the concept of ego. Ego, that is I, that is the self, that is शास्त्रीय भाषा में जिसे हम अहम कहते हैं. That is the problem behind everything. What is ego? Ego is the incompleteness. It's like thinking that I am something different from this whole world. It's like thinking that I am related to this world and I am different from this world. This is ego. And you see how this ego works.
Now we call it as mankind. Therefore, it is unnecessary. God is the embodiment of knowledge. Enlightenment thought of education strength through the organization. Good evening, one and all present here, esteemed judges, distinguished dignitaries, elders, and my dear friends. Today, myself, Dia of Class 7, is here before you to say a speech on the topic Sri Narayana Guru's point of view regarding caste differentiation. Sri Narayana Guru was born on 20 August 1856 to Madan Ashan and Kuttiyamma in an era family of Ayurvedic physicians in the village Chambarandi near Trivandrum. He was a philosopher and a good spiritual leader. He is the author of the Advaita poem Devadashalam, which is most commonly used in Kerala for community prayers. A society that segregates caste, religion, God is growing in modern times and expanding in traditional times. This great social reformer, Sri Narayana Guru, is also known as the father of Renaissance in Kerala. Guru propagates the message, one caste, one religion, one God for all men. Guru also teaches and motivates us to think and live above caste, creed and color. The poison of caste has not completely changed in human minds. It can change to some extent. Therefore, whatever be the religion, if the man becomes good, it is enough. One ask not, say not, and say no to caste. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Congratulations, Jia. I call upon stage Sri Raumon TV to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to everyone. Today's evening is very much impressed because of the speech given by the students. That was really a wonderful one, and I also would like to congratulate all the students participated today, as well as the parents and the college authorities. They have encouraged them to come to this stage and have the views on the Guru's teachings. And also we can see that this Panchajanyam Bharatam has also done a new initiative involving these students and colleges into the teachings and views of the studies of the Gurudevans. And by the way we have moved further ahead because we are normally in our gatherings.
Punjab, Sindhu, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkala, Banga, Vindhya, Himachala, Yamuna, Ganga, Uchala, Jaladi, Taranga, Tava Shubha Name Jave, Tava Shubha Ashisha